Hi, my name is Todd Cole. I want to share my knowledge and my love for this one book that's written by Greg Bear and Ryan Ryszewski, and they live in Pittsburgh. And they have written a book called When You Wonder, You're Learning, Mr. Rogers' Enduring Lessons for Raising Creative, Curious, and Caring Kids. If you think about it, Mr. Rogers really didn't teach the alphabet or how to add, but he taught children to have some of the curiosity, the creativity, the communication skills that they would need in order to learn the alphabet and learn how to add and subtract and so forth. So this is set up into 6 different chapters. There it is again. When you wonder, you're learning. Mr. Rogers' Enduring Lessons for Raising Creative, Curious, and Caring Kids. Now I'm just going to talk about the one section that talks about curiosity. Now the Apple CEO, Tim Cook, he looks for employees with curiosity. And Oprah Winfrey, at the end of one of her graduation speeches, she just wished them curiosity. I wish you curiosity. That was her last statement. Inciting curiosity is the best way to ensure that they will absorb and retain information. This is by Susan Engel, a psychologist. And it's true if you think about it. If it's something they discover or it's something they're curious about, it's not something they're just going to memorize and write down on a paper for a test and forget it. It's going to be something that becomes a part of them. They showcased a research project of a group of students, and they said that curiosity in the brain is like when the curtain comes up on a Broadway show and everyone's just, here it comes. Attitudes are caught, not taught. And this is by Margaret McFarlane, who was Mr. Rogers' mentor. Psychologist in Pittsburgh, and he really developed so much of his show around her belief system, which was supported by Erikson, Vygotsky, Piaget, Montessori, and Dewey. When kids are scared, hurting, or hungry, they are less likely to wonder. Now think about that. Who is more likely to be scared, hurting, or hungry? And that makes them less to wonder, less likely to wonder. If they're hungry, if their stomachs are hungry, if they're scared, if they're hurting. So if their stomachs are hungry, they're probably from poverty. If they're scared, they're probably from some type of situation at home where someone is being abused physically or emotionally. If they're hurting, maybe it's just a loss of someone in their life or a divorce. All these things fill their head with things that don't allow them to have the room to wonder. Create routines, trustworthiness, and give an expression that you care every day for every child. That's hard to do every day for every child as a teacher. We want to do it. We like to think we do it. But there are some days I would leave school and say, I don't think I ever talked to Johnny today. When you're switching classes and just saying hi and hello to the kids coming in and then leaving every 40, 50 minutes. But creating routines for the kids gives that comfort zone, that safety place, that place where they feel free to wonder, to take that risk to wonder, developing the trustworthiness. The warmth, the gentle voice, and the soft sweater of Mr. Rogers. Sometimes even the color blue of his sweater was a sense of comfort, the color blue. There was research in the book about if you just greet your kids at the door and say hello, 20% more engagement from that group of kids that were greeted every single day, and 10% less behavior issues. Just something so little as that, but it makes a huge difference. Art is an extra. Amen. Right? It is a foundation. It fosters learning. Arts reduce bad behavior and increase four-year college degrees from the group that was studied in this research project on curiosity. But we know that, and yet we tend to put art to the side if we have time. Shouldn't be that way. Foundation, as they say in this book. When curious, we can celebrate differences. When curious, we can celebrate differences. That means we're working together, we're asking each other questions, we're sharing our ideas and maybe changing our own ideas because of some other ideas shared with us from some other peer. We are just trying to create complete people, give kids permission to be curious. So not just kids who can read, write, add, and subtract, but good people who can read, write, add, and subtract. Human beings. At the end of each chapter, we'll ask, what might you do? And it will give you some advice of what a teacher can do and what a parent can do to help their child to become more curious or more creative, or develop more of a connection with the people they are with, and also learning communication skills. Those are some of the other chapters besides curiosity that are mentioned in this book. I encourage you to buy it. When you wonder, you're learning. Oh, and Joanne Rogers does the foreword. Bless her heart. She was just a delightful lady, too. Thanks for listening.